and welcome to the pod. I'm Grace, your host, and with us we have Timi, who's going to teach us all about how to become a photographer and a DJ. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So obviously you do both jobs, so just tell me a little bit about how they work.
So let's start off with photography.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I do photography is I am a film photographer. So purely film, no digital. I don't think I've ever shot on digital. So I get hired by maybe right now in my career, I get hired by brands or I don't know, newspapers, magazines, whatever, to shoot maybe campaigns or shoot some sort of adverts or just any promo shots, just anything like that behind the scenes. So that's how I do the photography aspect. I guess DJing is, I have residencies at a couple places, clubs, members clubs, bars, or just any events. And I guess they just hire me to provide the vibes.
Wow. You're busy then, doing they're two busy jobs to do at the same time.
You know what? It's, yes, but I would say it's quite separate because DJing is like obviously mainly a weekend thing because, you know, the weekends in London are chaotic. So everyone needs a DJ on the weekends. So I'm mainly doing it on the weekends. Not to say I don't do it during the week. Like a couple of weeks ago, I had a DJ set on Monday morning at 8 a.m. for like a gym session. So it does vary. But photography is mainly during the week, like during like daytime, you know, it rarely lands on a weekend. So there's not too much crossover.
That is good.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Okay, we're going to go more into it and how you got there, but I just want to start from the beginning. So what did you want to be when you were growing up?
You know, it's funny. I got asked this question on another podcast I did. And for some reason, I just remember when I was younger, I wanted to be a policeman. No idea why.
No way.
I have no idea why. I really don't. I just wanted to be a policeman. I remember there was like a costume day in primary school and I dressed up as a police officer. I don't know why. But also I've wanted to be probably every other thing under the sun.
Okay.
You know, like I wanted to be a footballer. I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to be a rugby player. I wanted to be a rapper. I wanted to be literally everything you can think of. I wanted to be probably, but I guess that was just me growing up because my mum kind of just let me do whatever I liked.
That's nice.
Like, yeah, she never really she was always encouraging me to like try everything basically, and then one of the things will stick, I guess. And I'm hoping to instill that, you know, in my future kids. But because like, I feel like it just kind of just let them do whatever you want. And then eventually they'll be like, okay, I actually like this specific thing.
Yeah.
You know, because I realized growing up, I was like, yeah, some of these things, I was like, there's no chance I'm going to be a footballer. I just don't have the discipline for it. Like,
yeah, you got to trial it before you knew though.
Exactly. But I'll say the first thing I wanted to be was a policeman.
I would never have guessed that in 1,000 years.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, I don't know why. There's no chance I'll be a policeman now. Like,
no.
It seems like the worst job on the planet.
It's nice as well to know that like you didn't have this big dream when you were growing up. You just tried loads of things and then you found it.
No, never. The thing is, I have dreams, but I feel like I've never been confined to always just be like one thing. I've never always wanted to be like, oh my gosh, I want to be. First of all, I didn't even have DJ aspirations. So the fact that I'm a DJ is crazy.
Really?
So like I've always just tried things and they stuck. I think when I was about, I want to say 17, I would say that's when I was like, I know I'm a creative and I want to go the creative route. That was for certain.
What made you realize that?
Good question. I don't know, because I was always into music. And then I kind of loved fashion as well. Kind of got more into fashion and culture and stuff like that. So I had like ideas to make a clothing line when I was younger. And then when I got to uni, I actually started it when I was like 19. Funny enough, wearing it right now. Dime breed. Love it. Started out when I was in uni.
That's cool.
Like, yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, like, I just always loved being creative. So that was a good outlet. But then also, like I said, I was making music. And then there was just other things I liked. Then that's when I picked up a camera. And I was just like, I like taking photos as well. So there was always creativity the older I got. And I knew I wanted to do that. But I just never really boxed myself in and said, I want to do one thing. I just was always like trying things. And I was like, that sticks. I like that. Let me continue.
You never felt like you had to stick to one to be successful? Because some people are like, focus and stay on it, never ever.
No, because I feel like everything I've done or I've liked to have done kind of connects. Because when I started the clothing line officially, like when I was 19, then I bought a disposable camera, and then I was using that camera to take photos of the clothes. So I feel like everything connected. So I didn't really think, I need to focus on this one thing, because I feel like everything I was doing was helping the other things like grow.
Nice. I love that. So what was the very first step? And we can go either way, like photographer, DJ, like whichever way you want to go first. But what was the first step into industry where you're like, this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to get paid for it?
I would say I was doing... So as I was doing photography, like I said, got a disposable camera, started just shooting my friends, going to parties, going to events, all that kind of stuff. I then was meeting a lot of people, like famous people, like just randomly at parties on the street. And I was kind of just like, oh, let me take a picture of you. Like, not with you. I was like, let me take a picture of you. So I started just taking pictures of like rappers and stuff like that. So I started meeting like people like Skepta and JME and all these like grime artists. Or like I met Will Poulter, the actor.
It's a great one.
Yeah, it was unreal. Like I met him in Lovebox Festival, and we were just standing next to each other in the crowd.
So just by chance,
just by
the
chance.
circles that you were just...
It was insane. It was like
Wow.
it just continuously kept happening, and I was just like, okay, cool. So I started taking those pictures and posting them on Instagram, and that's when like people started like following me, and then like, oh, you're a sick photographer. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? But still, I was always just doing it for fun. Obviously, some of the time I was getting paid. Like there was parties that people wanted me to shoot. It was fun. I still enjoyed it. But then I think the defining moment was when I shot my best friend, Maro Itoje, England rugby captain.
Wow.
I shot him for the Times newspaper. And that's when I was like, oh, okay, like this could actually be like a job. Like this could be like a serious job. I can make like serious money from this. And I'll say from that point on was when I was like, okay, I need to focus on photography and like build up my page and build up my portfolio. So I kind of just started doing that more.
How did you get that gig?
Honestly, it was like a friend of a friend of a friend. Like
Wow.
I was just like in the right place. Like we were all just out somewhere, and one of the guys was he knew that I went to school with Maro and I was friends with him. I think my friend someone must have told him anyway. And then he was just like, yeah, I work for the Times. I would love to like do something like an article, like you can shoot it. And then as the time came to do it, he was like, actually, do you want to also interview him for the article? I was like, yeah, sure. And then interviewed him, shot him, and then, yeah, that was like my first big like thing that I done. And I was like, yeah.
That is really cool.
I think this is it. Yeah, I've got it framed in my room.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
That's
pretty cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
So to be interviewing and stuff, I feel like you need to be a certain type of person. Do you think it's because you were out there and you're a super sociable?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
I think it does make a difference. I think even just landing those kind of jobs is all about like networking. I feel like everything I've accomplished, I can thank to just me being like really sociable and meeting the right people and just being memorable in their minds. And I guess I've just been like that since I was young. Like
It's just like who you are.
Yeah, I was just always talking. Like that was my that was always the downfall in my parents' evenings. As Timi just talks too much.
Really, that's what they said.
Every single year without fail. But then I guess it's worked out in my favor because all these people that I've met just by and I've never really been afraid to like go up to the right people if I need to. Even just the pictures I've taken of people, I've just gone up to them. Like I don't really care. Like I don't care how famous they are. Like
what's the worst that can happen? They say no and you don't take it.
And I'll say like 99% of the time they've said yes.
Really?
Like literally, I think maybe, I can't even remember, maybe once someone said no.
That is amazing.
It's very bad. And I've shot like very big people as well. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
that no one really says no. Yeah, I think it's just the approach as well. I kind of come with like, I've got a really small film camera, so I kind of just like come with them at angles. Like it's not like a paparazzi camera or anything. Like I'm just like, I'm here in the party with you. I just want to grab a picture of you vibing in the party. Like I'm not gonna sell it. I'm just literally just putting it on my Instagram page for fun, you know.
And you're not trying to sell yourself. You're literally just there like, I want to take a picture, and that makes a difference.
It makes a difference. Also, you kind of have to come with an approach of like not being too fanny, too like, you know, you kind of come with like a sociable aspect. Like I'm so heavily into like film, TV, music, all this kind of stuff. So I always like really niche things of certain celebrities. So I kind of don't give them like you know, I don't know. I wouldn't go up to like, I'm trying to think of an example. I wouldn't go up to like a big actor and be like, oh, I loved your biggest movie.
Right.
There'll be like a niche movie that I'm like, oh, I like this. And they'll be like, oh, wow, that's interesting. And we'll start talking about it or something like that, you know.
And they don't hear that all the time.
Yeah,
so they're
exactly,
like interested.
Exactly. So it kind of helps that I'm just like also just aware of that person and what they've done in their career. Mm-hmm. So
you're kind of like in the whole culture of it anyway. So
Exactly.
that really helps.
It really does. It really does. I mean, yeah, it's just, and then also just, I guess most of the time people are actually quite nice. If you just come with them with a nice energy, like celebrities are actually quite nice. Like,
yeah, that's
like,
good to know.
Sometimes I feel like as if you just come with like a weird energy, then they'll reciprocate it back to you like, oh, like you're weird, like, or just like, you know, shoo you away a little bit. Like even when, sorry, going back to the Will Poulter thing, I think the way we started interacting was literally just like me standing next to him, we're watching Anderson .Paak perform. And then I think I said something to my friend that was behind me. And then he just kind of like turned to me and was just like, that was really funny. And then we just started talking. And then I just came with like energy. We just talk about music or just talk about clothes and fashion. And then
it's the energy you bring.
It's the energy, I think, yeah.
Is the Times article the coolest thing you've done? Do you reckon that's always going to be like number one?
Oh, no chance, no. I think, what's the coolest? That's tough. There's been some cool ones.
Really?
I'll say the coolest job. Oh, that's tough. I mean, like, I'll just say for reference, like, anytime I get to shoot Maro, it's always good because that's my friend. Okay. I've known him since I was like 11. So, like, the fact that I get to shoot him for certain things, like, we've shot together on many, many occasions for different projects and we've done magazine covers for, like, cool. You know, all this kind of stuff. And
does he request you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know during COVID, he was actively like, oh, like, Timi, I told these guys about you, like, I want you to shoot this, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I kind of like got my foot in the door in the career. But then from there, because I was doing the work, other people started noticing the work. And then I started getting other jobs. So through Maro, okay, so this is the coolest job in my opinion. I shot Maro for Vodafone. Right. And obviously I did a good job. So then Vodafone contacted me again and were like, oh, can you shoot Emma Raducanu, the tennis player? And I was just like, of course. Yeah. So that job was sick because one, I have a photography mentor called Nathan Gallagher. He was also on that job as well. And just getting to work with him, and then she was so nice, and then we started talking about like film photography because apparently she's into film photography and everything. And I was just like, this is just so sick. Like I get to shoot a Grand Slam winner. Like it's kind of insane. So that was probably my coolest. I think that's really cool. That's definitely the one where people would be like, whoa. Yeah, for sure.
Do you think it's important like to have your own style? Because obviously I feel like photography is quite competitive. So is it like people will notice your style and be like, this is a specific thing we want? If you think of someone trying to go into photography.
Yeah, definitely. I think having your own style is so important because if you just copy someone, like someone will just be like, that's literally carbon copy of the other thing. Right. So like I would say I kind of got inspired by certain photographers and the way they shot, but then also I kind of developed my own style as I kept going along, you know, because I feel like just trial and error. You just have to keep just picking certain angles or certain, you know, use certain films, certain cameras, all that kind of stuff. And then you'll kind of feel what's your favorite and then you'll start naturally doing that more. And I think that's what I started doing. Like my style is very much so like I love natural. Like if I have to choose 100% what I want to do, always outside, using natural light. I use a specific film. I always come at like certain angles to make the subject more like powerful in the shot, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's like my style.
That is cool. Think, yeah. Did you study it at uni?
No, I did it in A levels.
Okay.
And I was definitely the worst student in class.
Really?
By far. Like it not even close. I was the worst student by far. But funny enough, I'm the only photographer to come out of that class. Really? And my school invited me back like 2 years ago to talk to the kids about a career in photography. So I was just like, it's great. No, me and the teachers loved me, but I was just terrible at that. So that was so bad.
Is it because of the certain style they were trying to teach you just wasn't for you? Or you just weren't focusing?
You know what? I think it's had a kind of a mixture. It wasn't really like that entertaining, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It just wasn't like insane. I loved the class because it was literally my easiest class, but I still didn't really do good at it. And we got to go on like amazing trips. Like we got to go to Florence and stuff.
That is cool.
It's so cool. But yeah, my school, the art department had the best trips by far. But then yeah, I just didn't really like it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I actually don't know why to this day. I just wasn't focused. It was year 12. Like, it was just like, we were just in a new era in school. We were just partying all the time. Like, so, yeah.
And then you picked it up after uni again, not during?
So I picked it up right off. No, when did I pick it up? So I started using the camera when I started the clothing line. So like maybe second, third year of uni. Maybe I just had the camera for a little bit. But I think once I left, then I like cranked it up and started bringing the camera everywhere I went.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So you really just like self-taught and just kept going for it.
100%, yeah.
That is interesting, and that's really good to know.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you have a mentor. Like, would you say that's important for people as well? Like to be learning from people, getting advice?
Yes and no, because I feel like I went most of my career without a mentor.
Okay.
And it wasn't a lack of trying. Like, I always wished I had someone, like, guiding me or just putting me on to stuff, whatever. But, like, I'll say Nathan Gallagher is his name. He's, like, one of the biggest, like, commercial photographers, like, in the country, basically. And he was shooting Maro for Under Armour. And then I went with Maro on that shoot, and then we just like were talking. Then it was like, yeah, anything you need, any advice, let me know. Then literally like a couple of days later, I had a job offer and I didn't know how to price them. Then I texted him like, hey, can you help me? I need to ask you something. Then he was literally like, yeah, call me. And then he spent like an hour on the phone with me just talking about how to price and, you know, how to do this and that. I was like, wow, this guy's amazing. And then from there we just became friends. And
that is so nice.
Yeah, and like he's literally like, you know, he's got wife, he's got like 2-3 kids or whatever. Like he has his own life, but he's just such a like he's just so nice and generous
and
helpful.
Like,
he was helpful and stuff. Like he gave me his snowboard like when I went skiing. Like he like because I was going on my first like ski trip and he like gave me a snowboard. I was like, this guy's amazing. Like,
that is so nice. Yeah, that's what you need, people helping people.
100%, and that's what I try to do. I try to help out as much as I can in certain places.
This is why you're here, helping us now.
Exactly.
Getting people to learn from. So onto the DJ side, how did that all kick off? Like, what was your first paid gig, or how did you get into that?
Ooh, so DJing was definitely, again, like, just, it was COVID.
That's where it all began for you?
All began in COVID. So
right.
2021, actually. So, like, you know, there was just so many different lockdowns and stuff. It all blends in. I can't remember, like, what period we're in. But I know it was 2021.
Right.
I think we were on the way. So I was always hanging out with these guys. They're producers. So I met them through a friend of mine that's a rapper. And he was recording his album. And I was shooting the cover for his album. And then he was like, come to the studio. Let's just, like, do the process together. I was like, cool. Met these producers called, they're a collective called BPM, Ahmed and Timur. Still to this day, my guys, we DJ together like 5 days ago, whatever it was. But they were just producers, and we literally just used to go to the studio to hang out. Like, because it was COVID, there was nothing to do, nothing's open. We all just went to the studio for months. Like, without me, I haven't touched the deck once, but we just go there to hang out. So we all just became friends. Then eventually, because there were DJ decks just always in the corner. So eventually I was just like, can you just teach me? Like, just teach me how to DJ.
Like, while we're here?
Yeah, while we're here. Like, I just want, like, just teach me. And I was like, cool. They taught me how to DJ. I just kind of, like, loved it. I was just like, okay, cool. Kept practicing. Then I bought my own decks, had it in my room, practicing for a few months. Then July hit, and, like, all the clubs are open, and, like, everything's, like, back to normal in London. They threw their first event. And they were like, oh, do you want to do the opening set? I was like, perfect. So I did my opening set in July 2021 in Camden in front of a crowd. Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's insane. They were just like, they believed in you, saw that you could do it, and you were just learning.
Exactly.
And you loved it from that moment.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know why. I just loved it because I honestly had no DJ aspirations. Like, there was nothing ever in my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a DJ. Oh, that DJ is cool. I want to be him. Not one thing in my mind.
Really?
I just did it. Was fun. Then posted it on Instagram, and then from there people were just like, oh, you DJ, can you DJ this for me? It was literally like instant. Like I can't even like lie and say I had to grind, whatever. No, it was literally like I posted my first set, and then people were just like, I got this thing, can you DJ this next? And that's just how it is, and it just snowballed.
And you were getting like paid for these?
Yeah.
Wow.
Instantly. Like it wasn't even like I had to do it for free, because photography, there was some stuff that I was doing for free. Like my first, I guess, job, quote unquote, in photography, I used to shoot the new face models for Elite Model Management, one of the like biggest agencies, modeling agencies. And I just did that for free because like helped my portfolio, helped the model's portfolio, and there was just some other stuff I used to just shoot for free. But DJing, I can't lie, from jump I was getting paid.
That is so good.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Especially because I guess you'd be considered like self-employed, right?
Yeah.
So you have to get all your own gigs.
Yeah.
And you don't have like an agent or anything.
No, well now I have a manager.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, I mean, even still, like she gets me. She's amazing. Fatima, she's actually Ahmed, the guy from BPM, the guy that taught me how to DJ. That's his sister. So she manages me now, and she's amazing. She actually she's done amazing so far. But like I also still receive my own like offers. Like people will still DM me like, Timi, I've got this, or like, you know, they'll get in contact with me or they find me somehow.
Like do it directly.
So, yeah.
How did you figure out how to charge people? Is that just again from asking and learning?
It's kind of trial and error again. Like it's different actually. Some places have their fixed rate.
Right.
So I have residencies where they're like, this is our rate, because I'm not the only DJ in their roster. So like they pay everyone the same or at least similar. So some places I'm like, okay, I know what I'm accepting. But then private gigs and stuff, then I can like kind of flex a little bit, you know. Some people will be like, we have a budget of this, and I'm like, cool, I'll take that. And then some people are like, what's your rate? And I'll just be like, I don't know. I just kind of throw out a number. I don't really have a fixed rate.
Right. You're learning as you go.
I'm kind of still learning as I go. But like sometimes I'm just like, if a place has a budget, just tell me what the budget is and I'll take that. Like, you know. I
think that's good to know, because I think people would probably look and be like, do people get paid? Is it good? How do you do it? So it's good to know everyone's learning as they go. Yeah,
100%. I mean, I also, like when it comes to payment for like being a freelancer in any field, low-key is kind of just whatever you're comfortable taking. If you're comfortable taking £50, take £50. If you're comfortable taking £5,000, take £5,000. Like, it's really about what you're comfortable with.
And knowing your worth, I guess?
I guess, no, honestly, definitely knowing your worth. I mean, like, yeah, if there's now, obviously, I'm not accepting like £50 for anything. Like, like I remember I used to get paid like, I don't know, it was like £70 for like photography gigs. £70 doesn't even cover the film costs.
Yeah,
like there's no way. If someone offered me £70, I'm literally deleting the message. Like I'm not even gonna reply to you. But yeah, you have to know your worth, I guess, because now as a DJ specifically, I've definitely done a lot of things. I mean, I've only been doing it for like almost 4 years now. No, almost 5 years. Or was it 2025? Yeah, I've been doing it for like. It's almost 4 years now, and I'm just like, the things I've accomplished is kind of crazy. The places I've DJ'd, so I do know my worth now. But I'm still also quite green, so like I'm not bougie, and I'm not like not gonna accept. Sometimes I still accept little money, you know.
Yeah, depends if you want to do it, and then you just go at like see as it comes along.
Exactly. Like I had a gig on Saturday, you know, got paid like a nice amount, but then someone else offered me a gig straight after that. And it wasn't as much as the previous gig, but I was like, you know what, let me still do that gig. Then I've got the two money combined, like.
Nice.
You know.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, you know, so you kind of make it up in other ways, you know.
Definitely. So you've got to tell me about the rugby show.
Oh, the one at...
the one you were DJing.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy. Oh, actually, Twickenham and Tottenham, actually, yeah.
That's crazy. Tell me about it. Like, how did that come about?
I mean, like I said, man, it's good. It's good to have friends in high places.
Really?
So, you know, shout out Maro. He put the call in for the England one. He put the call in.
So this was the England rugby match.
Yeah, against Scotland.
And you did the halftime show.
Yeah, pre-game and halftime.
Wow.
That was crazy. 80,000 people, kind of mad.
That's gonna be your biggest ever.
By far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think I'd be shocked if I do bigger than that.
That's insane.
I mean, I will always aim to do bigger, but that was huge. But yeah, Maro he's just a good friend. He's always, like I said, he's helped me in the photography space. He helped me in the DJing space. Just put a call in. They trusted me, did it, killed it. It was amazing.
It looked amazing.
Then we did Tottenham Stadium for Saracens. But for Saracens Rugby Club, I'm the resident DJ already.
Okay.
So again, back in like maybe 2 years ago, Maro asked them like, you guys need a DJ, Timi can do it. So I've been doing it for them since. This is my second season for Saracens.
That's cool.
So every year they play at Tottenham Stadium. So they obviously were just like, yeah, Timi also involved. So did Tottenham Stadium. That's 60,000 as well. So that was pretty mental.
How do you get yourself psyched up to do all that in front of that many people? I'd be so nervous.
I'll say Twickenham was a little bit. Was it nervy? No, I don't know. I don't really think I was too nervous because a lot of people I knew were there.
Okay.
And I always prefer that. Like,
so support system helps.
Exactly. So got there, and especially at halftime, that's when like everyone's there. Like pre-game wasn't that full, but like people are still around. But halftime, the whole stadium's in the building. Right?
Yeah.
Spot. Luckily, I had like my friends in the crowd like right in front of me. So I could always kind of look at them and like, make sure they're okay. And then it was fun. It was fun, man. I don't know. I wasn't too nervous. Tottenham, I think I was nervous at first, but I don't know why. But then I got on the decks and I was fine.
So it feels very natural to be back there now. That's when the nerves go, when you get behind the decks.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think there's only one time where I've been extremely nervous on the decks and I kind of messed up a little bit, but I gained it back. It was this festival I DJ'd at and I was just like, I don't know what happened, but the first like 5 minutes were atrocious. But then after that,
you brought it back.
Yeah, brought it back.
Good to know that everyone still makes some mistakes and are learning as they go.
Yes, definitely.
So you've done such big stuff. I mean, what is the goal? What's the dream?
You know what? My manager actually asked me this the other day because we've ticked off a lot of stuff already. Yeah. You know what? I feel like I have goals and there's always little stuff I want to do. Like, obviously, like, let's just say like Coachella and all these kind of big stuff. But I'm also just open to all opportunities. Like, I think there's things that I never even knew I wanted to do. Like Twickenham and like DJing at rugby stadiums. I didn't even know I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Until someone presented me the opportunity. So I feel like I have the goals, but like there's also probably other goals that I'm not even thinking about that are going to present themselves to me. I'll be like, oh, that's so cool. I want to do that. Yeah.
That's good. So you don't have to have specific things in mind and lots of opportunities come to you. I mean, working creatively, I guess that happens all the time.
It does. It's same as photography as well. Like I don't really want to confine myself too much in like what I shoot. It's always going to be like portraits of people, but I don't really want to like confine to like just sports or just movies and actors and just music. Like I just want to do stuff that are just interesting to me,
Yeah, definitely. So, something that you love to do.
Exactly.
For people that want to get into photography or DJing, what's your advice? What would you tell them?
Ooh, my advice, I would say, it might be really cheesy, but like I feel like you're not going to be successful unless you actually really love it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like if you do really love photography, DJ, whatever you want to do, basically in general, whatever you want to do in life, I feel like you really have to have a love for it. And money is great. Obviously, I love getting paid for these things, but like I was doing it for free. Like photography, I was doing it for free because I loved it. DJing, like I said, I'll be getting paid like instantly, but there's been some instances where I've done a free set here and there just like to get my foot in the door or whatever. But I have a love for DJing and I have a love for photography and like all these kind of things. And I'm just like, I don't think I would be successful unless I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know. Because I guess it's also different as doing it for yourself and also doing it in front of other people. Surely that's got to be completely different.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely different. I mean, DJing, maybe, as you know, my personality, I'm very out there, I'm very, like I said, sociable and all this kind of stuff. DJing low-key is like the perfect job for me because I get to be in front of people.
Yeah.
And like, I get paid to party, basically.
Yeah. I
get to party. I get to be with my friends. My friends are at 90% of my DJ sets anyway. So I get to be with my friends. I get to just have fun. I can obviously socialize, like chat to people a little bit while you're DJing. But that is low-key the best job ever in the world. Like, I actually love that.
It's perfect.
And then photography, I kind of just love being able to capture moments as well. So
you got the best of both.
I really do.
For people that want to get into the industry, obviously it's a lot of building yourself up. And do you think it is possible for everyone to do that? Like, where would they even begin?
Yeah, so I would say from my journey, I've been able to have good people around me that have pushed me and kind of helped me, guide me in the right direction, put me forward for jobs, all that kind of stuff. But I would say none of those jobs or none of those people would have come back to me unless I did a good job. And that was by me showcasing my work.
Right.
So like photography, I was always posting on Insta. I was always showing people what I can do. And then they saw I can do this and then they put my name forward. So like definitely be some shortcuts, but they wouldn't have put my name forward unless they knew I can do it. So it's just always about putting yourself forward and putting your stuff out there and just being creative with it. Because even like I have this story where I tell is that I really love sports. Like, I love sports, but like I really wanted to shoot football content. So I contacted this like vintage football company and asked them, hey, can I borrow some jerseys for a shoot? They said yes. Borrowed the shirts and then called my friend and said, hey, I want to shoot you in these shirts, blah, blah, blah. Went around London shooting in the football shirts. Now I have a catalogue of football content.
Yeah.
Reached out to all these like football brands and like companies and content guys that do football and like, hey, this is what I've done. I would love to work with you. And they all came back. I shot for these people called Versus. I shot for them. They did like a Puma size collab and I shot that for them. I shot like a Liverpool footballer for them, like all this kind of stuff. And then, so you have to do the work. You have to literally just put yourself out there. You have to put the work out there to the world and the right people will see it.
Give people the proof and back yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that was amazing. I mean, that went so quickly for me.
Perfect. Yeah, it actually
so
is.
thank you so much. Any last words of wisdom?
Honestly, I would say my mantra is like, honestly, just have fun.
Yeah.
Like, in this life is hard enough. Like this economy, this country, just anything like political, whatever's going on in this world, just make sure you're literally having fun no matter what you do. Even if you're like in your dreary 9-to-5 job, when that 5 o'clock hits, just make sure you're going to see your friends, you're gonna spend time with your family, something. Like just have fun, man. Life's hard, man. Just try and look for the happy moments.
That was perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you like and subscribe so we can continue to make these and keep teaching people how to become A. Thank you.